Hey guys, welcome back. If you're new here, it's Tino. My name is Tino, and this space in this community is all about just being truly vulnerable with whatever the fuck is up in your system. So if you've watched the previous, I think 16 videos by now, I think you'd know that I oftentimes just press record and just start talking about whatever I'm feeling, about whatever's up, about whatever comes to mind, about whatever struggles I'm facing. And I don't know why, but as I was showering before I hit record on this video, I think I was thinking about, one day people asking questions on the video, every video, and then the next day I go and I answer them. And I thought, well, why don't I just kind of randomly generate a question or a prompt? And so I just went to my AI. After I set all of this up, I literally just gave my AI the context, and it gave me this, and I haven't thought about it at all. It's, what's one thing you used to believe about yourself that you don't believe anymore, and what's changed? One thing that I used to believe about myself that I don't believe anymore. I think that's an interesting question because I found that my beliefs are almost phasic, where sometimes I'll believe them for a very long time, or I'll believe them for an extended period of time, and then I'll realize, my system will realize that that's actually not the true belief that I should be going through reality with. And I'll pick up another belief, one that's unburdened, or at least I'll let go of the burdening belief. But in my experience, I haven't found that those burdened beliefs are always gone. Instead of maybe them coming up, instead of maybe it being literally the way that I see the world 24/7, every hour of every day, I'll get to a point where those beliefs, first I'll see the new belief, and secondly, I'll let go of the burden, more or less. I'll start embodying the new belief much more in my life. And the old belief will come back and come back. Because oftentimes I believe that, there's two sets of beliefs, I believe, in every system. Or at least beliefs come in pairs. There's protective part beliefs, and there's exiled part beliefs. And this goes back to internal family systems. And a protective part belief, well, we'll start with the level deeper. An exiled part of you, we all have multiple parts. We all have a lot of different parts in us. We have one core self. And it's this kind of enlightened perspective, this higher perspective that we all have. and it's unbreakable. But at times of our life, during times in our life, we experience things so hard. We take on shame. We take on humiliation. Maybe some of us took on violence, like violence being acted on us. You name the negative emotion. And that part of us holds the experience and almost internalizes it as it being its fault. This part of you, like a part of me, if I felt shame at a young age, or if I felt like if something happened in my friend circle at a young age or with my brothers, I would take it on. This part of me would take it on that something's wrong with me. Like something is actually wrong with me. And I'm completely, and the even scarier belief that it holds is I'm never going to be normal. I'm never going to be loved. I'm always going to be unlovable. So that is such a painful belief that it gets thrust into exile, and exile meaning in the basement of your mind. You never want to fucking revisit it because it's way too fucking painful. It's exiled from your conscious awareness. And many of us don't even remember this shit. We definitely don't remember this shit, which is the whole point of IFS, is re-remembering it, going to it, and letting those things go. But that's the exiled belief. It gets tucked away. And it gets tucked away by another part of you that takes on the job of making sure it stays tucked away. And those are called protective parts. And that's why I'm talking about beliefs come in pairs. There's the exiled belief and there's the protective belief. The exiled belief is raw. It's innocent. It's you know, when you hear something like an exiled belief, you just feel so much compassion. It's like you can't but feel compassion because it's so pure, and it's just like, man, you were so wronged, and this is I just want to hold you, and I want to love you, and I want to take care of you. But the protective beliefs are different. They can be managerial or they can be firefighting-like. And those are the actual two distinctions. Managerial parts, what do? They try to arrange your life so that that feeling, that it's stuffing in exile, never comes out again. So nothing tampers with the door that it locked the exile away behind. Nothing tampers with it. Nothing even gets close to it. And sometimes it gets so bad where, you know, you can't, where that protective part won't let you near the door. It won't let you 10 feet near the door. It won't let you near the house. It won't let you near the neighborhood. And it just grows. And it's very sad. And like managerial beliefs or managerial strategies are things like, I'm going to achieve everything. I'm going to achieve everything, because once we achieve everything, then I know we'll never have to feel that thing again, because we'll actually have something. We'll actually have money. We'll actually have status. We'll have power. And then we'll be respected. And that thing that happened to that exiled part that I'm trying to lock away, all of this will serve as undeniable proof that we'll never have to feel those feelings again. And that exile will never have to feel that again. And it's just this loop. It's this unfinished circuit that will keep going forever, because the protective part is looking outward to try to heal something that is actually inside of you. It's actually internal. So achieving more, hooking up with more people, eating less. And by the way, please don't take this as medical advice. I'm not a therapist. I'm not claiming to be one, but this is just my passion, learning, reading about this stuff, and what I've been doing for 4 years, basically as a side full-time job. But eating less, more plastic surgery, having more friends, being more likable, morphing yourself into something. No matter what, it'll never treat the underlying. The underlying is the exiled belief. And so the protector, taking this example that we've been using of achieving more, like getting more power, status, money, respect, those are the strategies. But the protector has a belief. The protector's belief is, without these things, I am worthless. If I don't get these things, then we'll be worthless. Because I don't have these things, I'm worthless. And so it gets so distorted and it gets so lost along the way. And I think that humans, we're all a little lost with our protective parts. And I think some have more exiles than others. And I think it's our responsibility to work with our exiles so that protective mechanisms don't have to come online, and so that we can unburden these exiles and live a more fulfilled life and a more connected life, one with contribution and courage and confidence and presence and patience, persistence, calmness, curiosity. But that's why I say they come in pairs, because usually we get so blinded by what we think will make us feel good. But it's just a warped distortion that happened over many years, and the protector did its job perfectly because it took our eyes off of the original pain, which was maybe just an event that just made us feel like we were worthless, that we were truly unloved, that we were truly unlovable. I mean, if we didn't feel that feeling of unlovability or worthlessness in that moment so long ago, would the protective part have ever needed to come online to stuff it away and organize our life around not feeling those feelings, not needing to disprove those feelings? I don't think so. I know so. And there's firefighter protective parts, which is just like, oh shit, what do I have to do to numb this pain? Do I need to drink? Do I need to smoke pot? Do I need to get reassurance? Do I need to overeat? What do I need to do? Just tell me what I need to do to stop feeling this pain, and I'll fucking do it. Those are firefighters. So the managers that try to manage everything, and firefighters that are just trying to react to the exile pain that's coming, busting through the door. But still the same mechanism as just keeping it, thrusting it in, slamming the door, and locking it, making sure it never comes out again. So the original question, what don't I believe about myself anymore? Or what's one thing I used to believe about myself that I don't believe anymore? You know, I did IFS. It's part of my daily life, truly. I mean, it's when you start IFS, I don't believe it's something that you just do for a little while. I think that it's something you sign up for as pretty much for a full-time job, at least while you're working with the therapist. And then it becomes the way you see the world. And then you start to realize that, or you learn the skill of witnessing and connecting with your own parts so that they can release their burdens. And then you start to see it elsewhere around you. But in my experience, a lot of the parts that I've unburdened myself, it's not like their capacity, like starting with the exile, it's not like the exile's belief or the exile's capacity to feel unloved. And it's not that the capacity went away. And frankly, it's not that the belief just vanished altogether. I mean, my exile parts still have their moments. Maybe sometimes I'll just not sleep well. And I'll just I'll feel the protector part come back in the picture. I'll feel the exile part right there. I'll just feel off. And I'll get back into old habits. And you know, if it's a bad one, if it's an intense one or a strong one, maybe it'll take me a couple days to truly get to the higher perspective again that, oh shit, these are just parts of me and I love them so much. And once I can bring them the presence of my higher perspective, then they relax. Sometimes they want to grip, and they're frightened again, like a child, which is fine. But at the very least, it's not at the very least, it's that they have the capacity to believe those things, and they have the capacity to feel those things. It's not about, I don't believe it's about ridding oneself of those things permanently, because I think that in and of itself is a protective mechanism. I think it's about building the relationship with those parts so that they can be held by you, so that they can love you, so they can feel loved, so they can let the scary, frightening feelings pass, specifically that exile. And if the exile feels like, if it's held and it feels confident that everything's going to be okay because it has you, like truly it feels it and it relaxes, what do you think the protective part's going to do? It's going to fucking relax. So, I don't know, maybe that was a much deeper answer than needed, but I mean, I've had parts with the most shame and the utmost unlovability, the utmost, feeling and believing that I'm just like an abomination. Like, who would like me? Who would like Tino? And they're beautiful parts of me, and I love them. I really love them. And for a long time, they were there just like stuck in exile, alone, non-integrated, unintegrated, disintegrated. I don't know what the exact word is. And they were running my life. It's so much less now. It's so much fucking less. Those are some beliefs that I used to have that used to dominate me. And I still have my fair share of beliefs that dominate me, that are just waiting for me to discover them. I believe this whole thing is a lifelong journey. That's what I think. And it's okay. It's beautiful. It's like, if you feel something, why does it have to mean? Why does it have to mean? Why do certain feelings have? Why are certain feelings defined as ugly? Why aren't they beautiful? Why isn't there some element of bittersweetness to them? Bitter, yeah, the feeling can be bitter, and I won't deny it, but could it not also be beautiful? I guess, I feel like this whole channel has been about the belief of perfectionism, a protective part of me that says, if I'm fucking perfect enough, if I get these notes perfectly on the piano, if I say the right fucking thing, if I'm perfect, then maybe we'll fucking fool them. Maybe we won't. Maybe, like, to finally be one of those cool guys, just fucking be perfect, Tino. This whole channel has been about that. I mean, that's like the parts in my system that I feel like have gotten so much attention from me lately, and that I've been integrating so much. I mean, I think I said this like last night or 2 nights ago, but video 1, me doing this on video 1 would have fucking literally been impossible. Fucking possible. Now we're just talking. Maybe I'm not so unlovable. Maybe I can just relax. And if there's silence, it's fine. Because whatever comes out is okay. If there's silence, if I'm messing up on words, it's fine. Now let me try to think of like a very simple answer. What's one thing? I got to read it again. What's one thing I used to believe about myself that I don't believe anymore? What's one thing I used to believe about myself that I don't believe anymore? I don't know. Every time I get back to that question, I understand that I have my intense days of really like quite negative beliefs about myself. And I still go through life. And I still keep walking forward. And I know that that's okay. And there are days when I don't feel that way at all. And they're both fine. Truly. I mean, find me someone who doesn't have those beliefs or those feelings. I mean, it's like, it's just human. I don't believe for a second that there's anyone who's perennially joyous and happy and has these grandiose, these pure, grand feelings 24/7. I don't fucking know them. I don't fucking know them at all. And if someone comes off that way, I believe that they have a very strong protective system. I think everyone has their shit. Because that's just called being fucking human. And it's okay. I'm still trying to think of a simple one. Simpler answer. I can't think of a simpler answer. I think that if I'm to give one direct answer, it's like that maybe a month and a half ago, I was thinking, I was working with a part of me, a protective part of me, and I got to the exiled part of me. And it was this moment of clarity I had where I was with this exiled part of me, and it was running through scenarios in its head of being totally like no one would ever want to surround themselves by him, by me, and that I would be alone forever. And I went to the exiled part. I said, look, even if no one loves us and we're completely unlovable, I'll still never leave you. And I had done that many times. And it had taken a number of encounters and moments with this exiled part to finally understand what it actually needed. And it wasn't that. This exiled part, when I would talk to this exiled part that, hey, even if we're unlovable and forever and ever, and no one ever wants to be around us, even in that event, everything's gonna be okay. No. That part of me didn't want to hear that. And it didn't help. What it needed to hear, and the belief that it needed to have, was no matter what happens, it's not that even if we're unlovable forever, we can endure whatever comes with that. It's, wait a second. pretense of being unlovable is wrong. It's completely wrong. The pretense is, no matter what, you'll always be lovable. Always. And so with that simple switch of a belief so fucking deep down, like I guess like Inception status, where there's a little fucking way deep in someone's mind, just something switches. When I realize that, oh shit, it's not that, I'll be unlovable forever. It's that, what the fuck, that doesn't even make sense. I am loved no matter what happens. No matter if I do this thing wrong or if I mess up at the recital like this, I'm still going to be lovable. I'm going to wake up tomorrow and everything's going to be fine. My girlfriend's still going to love me. My family's still going to love me. My friends are still going to love me. I'm still going to love me. You know why? Because you're inherently lovable. Because your lovability does not hinge on this thing. And if your lovability doesn't hinge on this thing, then who's to say it hinges on all these other fucking things? That was a big shift for me. It was like, whoa, it's not that I need to accept this fear and be with this fear until it passes. It's like, no, this is just a wrong belief completely at the root of it. The pretense is wrong. And that was a humongous shift for me. And I'm going back to how I opened this video to begin with anyway. Do I still have my fucking moments? Yeah. Does that exiled, vulnerable part, does the power of that fucking exile still run my life sometimes? Absolutely. But at least I have the relationship now, and I have the awareness. And it's like a negative sloping curve. It's like, I feel like those are awesome things to progress toward in life, where this part doesn't need to carry this burden 24/7 anymore. And it can, it can hold on to it at its own pace because you love it. But when the relationship is there, everything feels so much better. When it's not lost down there in the basement of your mind or the basement of your body, but instead you have it. Oh my God. Everything makes so much more sense, and you're able to unblend from it and be in your higher perspective so much more. And if it's feeling, you could say, I know exactly what's feeling, and I get it, and it's scary. And you could be with those feelings, and you can still hold the truth. No, you are lovable. So maybe that's it for today. I mean, I hear my phone vibrating. I have 3 texts from my lovely girlfriend. Yeah, I gotta play piano and I gotta go to bed because I'm fucking tuckered out, man. I am tired. Yeah. Yep, I guess that's it. Productive day. I guess that's it, fellas. Again, if you like this, subscribe. I really want to just build a community where it's okay to be completely vulnerable. It's okay to be completely vulnerable. More accurately, it's okay to just be fucking human. It's completely okay. Okay, you guys, have a wonderful night. This is December 18th, I believe, video 17. Thank you very much.